Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Was Arceus' Jinchuriki Part 5. So we last left off with Naruto and Yaku and Mito going to the wave and taking out Zabuza and Haku. Well, Naruto and Yaku did. After that, Naruto and Yaku saw the wave citizens' conditions and he and Yaku went on an unofficial mission to kill Gato. After that, they returned and passed the first and second rounds of the training exams. We then saw Yaku beat Team Kurenai aka Sakura, Ino and Hinata. After that we saw Mito defeat and cut off Kiba's pride. So let's get started. Naruto and Lee were facing off against each other as Naruto looked to the stands to see Yaku and Mito in a cheerleading episode, in a cheerleading outfit that said, "Win Naruto, win." "Go Naruto darling, defeat the ugly caterpillar-eyed freak," Yaku said, making every male get jealous that a beauty such as Yaku was supporting him. "You damn demon, I don't know how you got Yaku-chan to help you, but she will care for me after this," Lee says. "You can't beat me, you guy ripoff. Even if you did win, you would just sign your death warrant. You really think she'll let you live after what you done to me?" Naruto says, as he realized how overprotective Yaku is of him. "We shall see, demon. I shall show you the power of youth," Lee says as he rushes at Naruto at incredible speeds for Naruto to use protect, which made him tank the move, not even moving back a single step as protect took all the damage. Naruto then used Mach Punch, sending Lee flying away, as Naruto instant used teleport to get behind Lee instantly before he can leave the bounds, and then kicked him back into bounds. "Is that all your youthful power? If that is the case, then youthful power is nothing compared to that of Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze," Naruto taunted. "Why, you fine then. I never thought a demon would force me to use this, but if I have to use it, then so be it. So I could get her away from you. She deserves better," Lee says as he drops his weights, and then he was instantly in front of Naruto, punching him. "How dare you touch my Naruto darling, you ugly caterpillar-eyed freak. You will pay. Naruto's the best," Yaku says, as red aura surrounded and Ambuz and Jonin were trying to hold her down. One accidentally touched her breast and had his hand sliced off. "I'll kill you all, mark my words. Anyone that prevents me from delivering my divine justice against the ugly bastard who touched my Naruto with his unworthy hands will die," Yaku says, making the Ambuz feel fear, but they continued to hold on to her as the Hokage has ordered it. "Don't worry, Yaku-chan, I'm okay," Naruto says, as the dust cleared and he wasn't even damaged a single bit. "My Naruto darling is fine," Yaku says happily as the red aura disappeared and the Ambuz let go, but they were still in fear of her. "Now Lee, by touching me you hurt my Yaku, and for that I will not show you any mercy," Naruto says, as he used extreme speed to get in front of Lee, shocking him, and then used close combat to hurt him. He then used the low sweep to get him onto the ground, leaving him bloody on the ground. "Look at you now, Lee. I thought your weights would have at least helped you. You said you'll beat me. You said you'll prove that you're stronger than me. But you're just like all my other enemies. Just like Toad, bitch. Just like Uchiha, bitch. And just like the dickless son of a bitch. You want to know what you forced shared? You made the same mistake by facing me. And you made the same mistake of facing me since your four only have the same fate, which is losing to me," Naruto says. "Don't underestimate me, demon. I'm Rock Lee, pupil of Guy. Now you shall face my power. I'm sorry, sensei, but I must go all out. Sixth gate open," Lee says as he rushes in front of Naruto and tries to punch him, but Naruto uses a protective tank kit. "Night Guy," Lee yelled as he used Guy sensei's most powerful technique. A dragon made of chakra surrounded Lee, and Lee rushed towards Naruto. "Assault Meteor," Naruto yelled as he flew up high into the sky and descended down with yellow energy surrounding him, aiming for Lee, making him look like a meteor about to hit the earth. As the two collided, they both fought for dominance. Naruto easily overpowered, firstly because he had the higher ground, and secondly because he was stronger than Lee. As Lee smashed into the earth, as a shockwave came, Yaku and Mito and Kakashi flew up because Yaku helped them, and everybody else was sent flying into forests, colliding with buildings or trees or something like that. After that, Naruto was declared the winner, and everyone who was not part of Naruto's team, even Hiruzen, needed to be healed. Hiruzen wasn't that much damaged, but again, they would at least be in there for 2 weeks. Well, we did it, Yaku says, as she embraced Naruto. My darling has scratches from that bastard, and the Ambu. They touch me, they must be eliminated. They are threats, Yaku thought. They are threats to my Naruto-kun, Yaku thought. Yaku-chan, 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 Naruto says, as he waved his fingers in front of her face. Snap you out of her thoughts. Oh, what is it, Naruto-kun, she says. Let's go celebrate. We're on the next rounds, Naruto says, as she agreed. Yes, my darling Naruto-kun, we shall, Yaku says, as she was hugging Naruto's arm, as they walked away, making everyone who was awake jealous. Naruto, Yaku, and a puffing Mito, who was puffing her cheeks because Naruto wasn't petting her but Yaku. Even though she acted like a tsundere, she did like Naruto petting her head. Had just finished eating ramen and walking back to the house. Oh, Mito and Yaku, I want to tell you that I'm going to be going out to train out of the village tomorrow. Are you not coming? Naruto says. That's a great idea. Getting away from the villages that hurt my darling Naruto-kun. Yes, Naruto-kun, that's a good idea, I agree, Yaku says. Me too, Oni-chan. Before that perverted bastard can annoy me with requests to train me with that bastard barrel of ours, she says. So, let's go and head home and pack our bags, Naruto says, as the others nodded and they rushed home. It was now night time. Naruto and Mito were asleep, as Yaku was putting on her gear, and she rushed to the hospital, where she saw an Ambu guard outside. She recognized the Ambus that were outside. It was the one that laid the finger on her breasts. In fact, the whole squad that was touching her during that match was there, protecting the people inside of the hospital. And only Naruto was allowed to touch her, so she would get her revenge as she smirked, thinking of thousands of ways of torturing and killing the Ambus that touched her. So that dumbass Hokage did something right for once and put all my targets in one area. Good, that means he won't suspect me of killing them once my plan is done, she thought. Yaku sliced the 2 Ambus and waited for the other 2 to notice. When they did and came to check, she sliced their heads off. Then came the camp captain, the one who had touched her breast. He quickly looked around before he was suddenly caught in earth restraints made out of earth jutsus, as Yaku then did a few hand signs before coming out. This was a soundproof seal. Oh, hello again, Yaku says. You're the demon horse. What are you doing here? He says as a kunai pierced his gut. I would consider what I was saying if I were you. You dare call my golden god Naruto-kun a demon? How dare you? First you have the audacity of having you and your teammates touch me. Then you specifically touch my breasts, which are only for Naruto-kun. And finally, you call my Naruto-kun a demon. Do you have no intelligence? Oh wait, you were born in Leaf. You lose your intelligence to fit in, Yaku mocks. How dare you mock the Leaf? We are the best, we are the most intelligent. We are the most intelligent of all of the villages. And this is your village, how dare you mock it? He says. My village? Don't make me laugh. I only stay here because Naruto-kun stays here. If he decides to leave, then I would leave, she says. You wouldn't. You dare leave just for that demon? Then you are a threat, you must die, he yelled out in pain as he was stabbed over and over. How dare you talk about my Naruto-kun like that? I just gave you an order to not call him a demon, and you did. Now you shall perish, she yelled and laughed out one last time as she stabbed him before he died. About time, now it's time to get to work, she says, as she enters the hospital and goes into the training exam medical room, where she sees Itachi's bitch, Toad bitch, and then proceeds to cut off the dicks. She then goes to the ICU room, where she sees the bastard, Rock Lee, who laid a few scratches on her Naruto, sleeping comfortably. She kicked him on the stomach, making him wake up. What are you doing? Have you finally decided to become my youthful princess? He says. How dare you hurt my Naruto-kun? How dare you scratch him? How dare you call him a demon? When he's a god, you will die, you will pay, she says as she switched blood packs with the special poison she collected. Lee then started to cough out and then turn his body as his body was gasping for oxygen. His muscle fibers started to rip. His brain tried to go and stop what was going on by convincing the body to create some white blood cells, but in return his brain just went to overdrive, making him watch as his sensei, as he was killed over and over again. And every time he died, every time his teammates died, every time anybody died in his visions, he felt the pain that they were experiencing. He felt being burnt, he felt being sliced, he felt being frozen as he died over and over in different ways. This is a special clan poison used in the warring clan era by a clan called the Rio clan, used to punish whoever turned traitor against the clan. It also had the weaker version that they used to train shinobis in. It won't let you die till you give up on life. Oh, and look, there's a cure on my hand, Yaku says as she holds it over Lee. Lee tries to reach out for it, but Yaku smashes it, and then uses a fire jutsu burning the liquid, making it evaporate. As then she dropped a few hairs from some rock shinobi that she collected from the training exams. She then left the area and went home as she cuddled up with her Naruto, and Naruto unconsciously cuddled into her as she smiled. He knows who I am even when he's sleeping, she thought as she stroked his whiskered cheek, making him purr. She couldn't take it anymore and had a cuteness overload. The next morning, Mito somehow woke up before everyone, which was 1 in a million of a chance, as she saw Naruto and Yaku cuddling. She then had a devious smile. As she saw Naruto and Yaku cuddling, she yelled out loud, waking them up. Why did you do that, Ne-chan? Naruto asked. Yes, why would you do that to us, Mito? Yaku asked. She wouldn't kill her because she was Naruto's little sister, and she also learned to care about Mito a bit as a little sister, but if Mito was ever to hurt Naruto, she would kill her without a second thought. Oni-chan, Ne-chan, we need to get ready and leave early to Dad's training grounds, Mito says, as the two just sighed, and Mito took a bath while Naruto and Yaku waited. After Mito came out, Naruto and Yaku shared a bath together. We now see Naruto and Yaku with Mito at the forfeit Kage's training grounds, right outside of the village, about a day away. Time skip a month. Over the month, Naruto had unlocked and mastered the ghost type, ice type plates, making him be able to use fire, water, earth, flying, lightning, or electric, psychic, and ghost type moves whenever he wanted to. He also had chakra, natural chakra, his own chakra that was equivalent to the Nine Tails itself. Mito had mastered basic nature, aka fire, water, lightning, earth, and wind, while training under Yaku and Naruto. She also mastered Uzumaki seedings along with Naruto. She also unlocked her chakra chains. Naruto then remembered something as they were walking back to the village. Naruto and Yaku were sparring. Both were sweating, when suddenly they felt a presence. This was familiar to Yaku. Black Zetsu, what are you doing here? If you're here to hurt my darling Naruto-kun, then you best be off, because he doesn't possess the Nine Tails. And if you're after Mito, I'll defend her, because hurting her would hurt my Naruto-kun, and I will never hurt my Naruto-kun. So you better tell the Akatsuki to lay off her and go after Menma, if you don't want Mother's plan to be burned before your eyes, Yaku says. I was here to ask you and Naruto and Mito to join the Akatsuki. Our plan was to take the evil half of the Nine Tails and manage to convince them that we only need the evil half and not the good half to enact the moon plan, Zetsu says. Naruto-kun, shall we join? Yaku asks, as she missed her mother. As Naruto asked what was the true purpose of Akatsuki, and Yaku explained it. Very well, we shall join, only for Yaku-chan, Naruto and Mito said. Flashback end. We now see Menma and Sasuke facing each other. Sasuke was using a Sharingan as Menma was using the One Tails mode. The two clashed, but in the end it was a draw as both suffered from chakra exhaustion and fainted. Can Yaku Susuki and Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze come down? The proctor asked as both Yaku and Naruto came down. Hey Naruto-kun, let's have some fun, Yaku said. What kind of fun? Naruto asked. Well, the teasing kind, she says, as Naruto agrees. Start, the proctor says, as Yaku suddenly appears behind Naruto holding him. Look, the prodigy's gonna defeat the demon, the villager said, but was shocked when they saw Yaku biting Naruto's ear. And then Yaku acted like she lost balance as Naruto catches her, like in a dance when the boy catches the girl. Naruto then slaps her ass as Yaku strokes Naruto's dick. Naruto then gets lunged at by Yaku, making the villagers think that she was gonna beat him finally. But Yaku cuddles Naruto's head into her chest, making everybody jealous. Naruto then drops to his knees as he pulls out a ring and proposes to Yaku. Yaku accepts Naruto's engagement offer as she now becomes Mrs. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, making a leaf get shocked as the three idiots got jealous. Naruto then puts a ring on her finger as Yaku blushed as she pinned down Naruto and started treating Naruto as Albedo did to Ainz's pillow, the Ainz pillow. The country's lords, aka the Fire Lord, Water Lord, and the nobles, stood up and started to clap, making the Leaf unable to go against the engagement now. Proctor, let Naruto go to the next round. I give up, she says. Yaku gives up, as she kisses Naruto in front of everyone. I might give up the ground, but I'll never give up this ring, Yaku says to Naruto, as she walked away, making the nobles clap even louder. The rookie males were jealous, while the females were relieved but disgusted at Yaku. It was now the finals, Naruto vs Gaara, because both Naruto and Gaara had destroyed the rest of the competition. So you got engaged, Mr. Naruto. Too bad mother wants your blood, and I will deliver, he says. But that's all for today, peace.